to a console at the end of its life cycle, usually when it's time to release a new console is when the sales start declining. Okay, if you look at the Switch's sales, the Switch clearly had a peak around the pandemic. Okay, and 2019. 2019 and 2020 were clearly the peak years of Nintendo Switch's success. But eventually, people do want to move on from the old hardware. And yes, at the beginning of 2024, I said that Nintendo should not release a new console because the Switch was just going to put money forever. But that's just not how things work, okay? Eventually, people will get old of the old console and want something new. It's just the state of the gaming industry. The same thing happened to the PS4, okay? PS5, you're always trying to see a decline year over year because 2023 was the peak year of the PS5. Which means Sony's why we're like, oh, we need to release a new console, let's just say around 2027, because by 2026, the PS5 will have crumbled in terms of sales. Okay, this happens to all consoles. Every console has a peak in sales, and Nintendo it realizes this, and they say, hey, we're going to make a new console, okay, and have that replace the Switch. Okay, usually consoles, they have a lifespan, much like we do, and once the lifespan is over, but there is a successor to consoles as well. Okay, Nintendo technology has a lifespan, and usually a successor is always created. Windows 10 had a successor with Windows 11 because Windows 10 was not going to last forever, and now Windows 10 is ending support. Okay, and the same thing with consoles. Okay, like the 360. The 360's peak years in terms of sales were 2008 and 2009. Past that, the 360 started selling worse and worse, which means that Xbox had to create the Xbox One. The same thing with the DS. The DS's peak years was 2006 and 2007, and the DS started declining in sales ever since then. It's just how it works with consoles. Okay, consoles have a lifespan. Okay, and Nintendo Switch obviously has a lifespan. And also, Nintendo is gonna and when it comes to the end of a lifespan of a console, Nintendo is going to start devoting resources for the new consoles, which means the games, there's going to be less games for the Switch. All the big games are going to say, hey, we don't need to release any big games. We have a new console coming as well, okay? We have a new system coming out in 2025. So, probably around 2023 to 2022, let's say, hey, we'll release the last few major games for the Switch 1, and the last major game for the Switch 1, Mario Party Jamboree, and we're going to basically save all of these massive games like next 3D Mario, next Donkey Kong, potential F-Zero, Custom Robo coming back, Nintendo giving that IP another chance, and Kid Icarus and Star Fox coming back, because Nintendo has tons of IPs they're saying on, okay? And Nintendo's going to release all of those games, all the games they say like Metroid Prime 4, Pokemon Red and ZA for the Switch 2, and Nintendo, it's just how it is at the end of a console's lifespan. It was the same thing in the 360 and the DS. Nintendo had to release the 3DS because they say, hey, if we don't release this new console, we would lose money. Okay, as well. Okay, Nintendo is a business at the end of the day. Okay, they see that less and less people, despite the huge games coming out every year, less and less people are buying the Switch because everybody already owns one. Okay. And the Switch 1 selling 150 million units is still hugely impressive. And we're waiting to see what the Switch 2 brings to the table, obviously, in terms of sales, performance. But I think Nintendo is very enthusiastic about how the Switch 2 could perform as well. Okay? And that's what this video here. Goodbye.